Well, we were talking about injuries, and you actually had to play as a batsman against Australia in 1983, weren't able to bowl, and still became one of the few cricketers to do the test double of 2,000 runs and 200 wickets.
Well, that was a pretty good shot, that. Imran onto the back foot and hitting that ball very, very hard indeed.
Beautiful placement. And exquisite timing as well, because the ball has continued to race over the outfield there with limited force exerted by the batsman. That'll take him on now to 48. Didn't quite time that. It came perhaps off the shoulder of the bat or even off the gloves, it may have been. John Maguire to Imran Khan.
It's a good shot from Imran. He's timed that beautifully. Phillips is very deep at third man, and that's a long boundary. And it brings up his 50 in fine style. It's also the 50 partnership and 400 for Pakistan.
Fine shot and a fine innings. As he hammers that through mid-off, a glorious four. Used his feet, got to the pitch of it, and his higher score against Australia in this country.
That's an outside edge, and Lilly has beaten Imran with the leg cutter, and a very relieved Dennis Lilly it is.
Greg Matthews to Imran Khan.
That's away past the vacant slip area. Outfield is very fast. And the boundary to Imran. And that's an outside edge, but bouncing in front of Marsh. And a very handy boundary there to Imran.
It's gone for four, but it was a chance for a moment. Beautiful shot. It's a sensible cricket.
Imran's 50 and an excellent double. And what a great shot by Imran then. Following up the shot off the back through the covers. He was quick to pick that one up. The most difficult shot to play off the back foot. Lawson going for the shorter one. Shot. Smashed away off the back foot by Imran. What a class player he is, and bearing in mind that he had very few runs behind him before he went into this match.
Here's Lilly now coming into Imran Khan. In the air, Lawson coming, Maguire rather coming around. Good. Well, crucial catch that.
And that was a let-off for Imran. So first chance to Imran, and a disappointed Dennis Lilly.
Did you reckon at that stage your bowling career might be over?
For some reason, instinctively, I never believed it. My instinct kept telling me that, you know, I'll bowl again. Although at one stage, especially when the stress fracture had opened up a second time, a lot of the medical opinions started believing that I wouldn't bowl again. But I always felt I would.
It's a pretty big thing to overcome, to have a mental thing like that dogging you and know that you might not be able to run up again in a test match.
I have to say that I came across some of the worst medical advice when I look back. I mean, it was a stress fracture. The only way it was going to heal was complete rest, and they should never have allowed me to play until the stress fracture was healed. But twice I was made, they said, look, it's okay, if you start playing, it'll keep healing. And in fact, both times when I played, it opened up again. And the last time, actually, I did begin to feel that maybe it won't heal again. But once it healed, you know, there were occasionally doubts when I would feel pain in my leg, but I knew that it was gone, it was in the past.
While we're on medical matters, what about your hospital?
Well, really, it was since my mother died, I decided that I wanted to build a cancer hospital in Pakistan, knowing that in the whole of the country, 120 million people, there's not one proper cancer institution. And my mother died because she didn't get the cancer diagnosed early. It was one of those cancers, had it been diagnosed early, it would have been it has very high success ratio. So when I saw her die in so much pain, it changed me a lot. It affected me deeply, and that it became an obsession to build this hospital. And the more resistance I got, the more people kept saying that it's not possible, the more determined I became. And we now are in a position that it's going to open next year. I still need to collect money, and I believe that there's a lot of hard work to be done. But I can't tell you the fulfillment and sense of satisfaction I get when I go to the site and see this huge structure coming up.
That does sound wonderful. You mentioned the word obsession. It doesn't sound like an obsession to me. It sounds like something quite wonderful.
Obsession in the sense that, I was obsessed because everyone said it's not possible. The government hasn't been able to set it up, they felt. It's a very capital-intensive hospital. The equipment is very expensive. The running costs are high. So I was just deterred at every stage. And so, I became obsessed. I had to do it. And really now, it is absolutely something wonderful.
Back on the cricket scene, well, it was in 1985 that Javed again resigned the captaincy. He said this time to concentrate on his batting. Now, I know Javed is a great cricketer, marvellous player, tremendous scrapper to have in your team when things aren't going quite well. But what's the real story behind Javed being captain and making so many resignations?
For some reason, people kept saying that, he was always removed when I used to come back into the team. In fact, really, he always optionally used to step down from captaincy. I mean, when I retired in 1987 and Pakistan team was due to go to the West Indies in 1988, he had told the board that he was unavailable to captain against the West Indies anyway. And I wasn't even then in the reckoning. So, I mean, Javed maybe at times has felt that, captaincy has been a burden for him. He prefers to sort of be a vice captain. He still gives advice. He has all the respect in the team, and at the same time, he doesn't have the additional pressure on his batting. So he himself has always stepped down.